Some people don't talk much. They sit quietly while others speak. They listen more than they share. And while the world around them seems full of noise, conversation, and constant expression, they remain calm and silent. Because of that, people often misunderstand them. Many assume that someone who doesn't speak much must be shy, insecure, or socially uncomfortable. Others might think they are distant, uninterested, or even unfriendly. But psychology suggests something very different. In reality, people who talk less often experience the world in a deeper and more reflective way. Their silence is not necessarily a sign that they have nothing to say. In many cases, it simply means they are observing, thinking, and processing far more than most people realize. While others are focused on speaking, quiet individuals are often focused on understanding. One of the most interesting traits of people who don't talk much is their tendency to observe the world more carefully. Instead of immediately reacting to every situation, they take a step back and watch what is happening around them. They notice small details that many others miss. The subtle shift in someone's tone of voice, the hesitation in a person's response, the body language that reveals emotions words might try to hide because they are not constantly speaking. Their attention is free to analyze and interpret the environment. This makes many quiet individuals highly perceptive. They often develop a strong ability to read situations and understand people on a deeper level. Psychologists have long observed that silence can create space for awareness. When a person isn't focused on filling every moment with words, their mind becomes more attentive to the dynamics around them. In social settings, this can make quiet individuals appear almost mysterious. Others may wonder what they are thinking or why they are so calm while everyone else seems eager to speak. But inside their minds, a great deal is often happening. Another reason some people don't talk much is the way they process information. Many quiet individuals prefer to think before they speak. Instead of responding instantly, they take time to reflect on what they want to say. In a world that often values quick responses and constant conversation, this slower and more thoughtful approach can make someone appear reserved. But in reality, it simply means their mind works differently. Rather than reacting impulsively, they prefer to organize their thoughts first. They weigh their words, consider the impact of what they might say, and choose their responses carefully. Because of this, when they do speak, their words often carry more meaning. People who speak less frequently sometimes develop a reputation for saying things that are insightful, thoughtful, or surprisingly perceptive. Their silence allows their words to have greater weight when they finally share them. Another important factor is the type of conversations people prefer. Many quiet individuals do not necessarily dislike communication. Instead, they may simply prefer deeper and more meaningful interactions. Small talk, casual chatter, and surface-level conversations can sometimes feel exhausting or uninteresting to them. This does not mean they dislike people. Rather, they often crave conversations that explore ideas, emotions, experiences, or perspectives. When a discussion becomes meaningful, many quiet individuals suddenly become much more engaged. They may speak passionately about topics that truly interest them. They may share thoughtful insights, personal reflections, or questions that reveal deep curiosity about the world. But when conversations remain shallow or repetitive, they may choose silence instead. Psychology also suggests that some people naturally have a richer inner world. People who talk less often spend more time reflecting internally. They think about past experiences, analyze situations, imagine possibilities, and explore ideas within their own minds. Their silence is not empty. It is often full of thoughts, reflections, and observations. Many writers, philosophers, artists, and thinkers throughout history were known for their quiet nature. Their silence allowed them to observe life more deeply and translate those observations into creativity, insight, or understanding. Silence can create space for thought, and thought can lead to awareness. In modern society, silence is sometimes misunderstood. We live in a world that often rewards those who speak loudly, confidently, and frequently. Social media encourages constant sharing. Conversations move quickly. Opinions are expressed instantly. Because of this, quiet individuals may sometimes feel out of place. But psychology reminds us that silence has its own power. People who speak less are often more comfortable with reflection. They may spend more time understanding their own emotions and examining their own thoughts. This self-awareness can lead to emotional intelligence. By observing their own inner experiences, quiet individuals may develop a deeper understanding of themselves and others. They may notice patterns in behavior. They may recognize emotional signals that others overlook. They may become skilled listeners who make people feel understood. Listening, after all, is one of the most valuable skills in human relationships. And those who talk less often listen more. When someone truly listens, they give others space to express themselves fully. They allow conversations to unfold naturally. They create an environment where people feel heard and respected. Because of this, quiet individuals can sometimes form very deep and meaningful relationships. Their presence can feel calm, thoughtful, and grounded. Another interesting aspect of quiet personalities is that they often feel comfortable with solitude. Spending time alone does not necessarily mean loneliness. For many reflective individuals, solitude is a time for recharging, thinking, and reconnecting with themselves. During quiet moments, their minds continue exploring ideas, memories, and possibilities. Solitude can become a space where creativity grows and self-understanding deepens. This does not mean that people who talk less dislike social interaction. Many of them enjoy meaningful connections with others, but they may prefer smaller groups, deeper conversations, or moments of calm rather than constant noise and activity. They are often selective about where they invest their energy, and that selectivity allows them to focus on what truly matters to them. It is also important to remember that every personality is different. Some people express themselves through words. Others express themselves through observation, thought, or action. Neither approach is better or worse. They are simply different ways of experiencing the world. But in a society that often celebrates loud voices, it is easy to overlook the quiet ones. Yet sometimes, the quietest person in the room is the one who understands the most. They may be noticing the dynamics others ignore. They may be thinking about questions others have not yet considered. They may be observing the small details that reveal the true nature of a moment. Silence does not always mean a lack of thoughts. Sometimes it means the mind is busy seeing what others miss. And sometimes the people who say the least are the ones who understand the most. If this video made you see quiet people in a different way, take a moment to like the video. And if you're interested in understanding human behavior, psychology, and the hidden patterns behind how people think, consider subscribing to the channel. New videos explore the deeper side of the human mind and the psychology behind everyday behavior. And if you want to keep exploring, click on the next video on your screen. You might discover something about human nature that most people never notice.